Right, welcome back to Inside the Process, episode number 8 now, which we're almost touching double digits, but today is Boxing Day. We're filming on Boxing Day. This will be out tomorrow, but hopefully everyone had an absolute amazing Christmas. Me and Lewis have absolutely nothing planned for this episode, which I'm actually looking forward to because I'm sure it will start some good chats. But Mr. Lewis Agnew, how are we this morning and how was your Christmas?
Mate, I'm absolutely grand. My Christmas is really good actually. Um, like I was just saying this yesterday, I was just like, I've just got a lot of stuff that I need. Like
Yeah.
just stuff that just sorts me right out. Um, like this is my first Christmas in years where I've decided to like actually get like proper clothes and not like gym clothes. So I've got like I've never had like I don't wear jackets like at
hmm
all. I got two jackets. I need to send one of them back actually 'cause it's a little bit too big. But I got
Yeah,
jackets,
you just need to grow
coat.
into it, mate.
Just need to grow into it, mate. You should see the size of the arms. I would need to fuck off natural bodybuilding if I wanted to grow into that. But yeah, literally everything's been so nice. I was just really looking forward to spending time with family. This Christmas as well. Last Christmas, my gran was in the hospital, and we kind of thought the same thing was going to happen again this year. But she got it maybe like a few weeks ago, so that was nice to be able to go up, spend
That's
time up
nice.
there, just our family, and just eat some good grub, mate. So
Yeah, mate,
yeah,
I feel like this year, it really made me appreciate Christmas a little bit more this year. Like, see, when you get older, you just like appreciate those like events and stuff. Like,
yeah,
I was discussing with my family, like, kind of what I've got planned for the next year. Because obviously, it's like a kind of like big catch up, like, you don't really see like the family isn't together often. But we're talking about the kind of plans I have for the coming year. And I was just saying how, like, when I do travel, like, I just do appreciate it so much more. And also, when you're younger, like, you just do appreciate, trips and stuff.
hmm
Um, Doing that a lot more. But what else did Santa Claus get you? I saw that you got also the JP top you have on right now.
yeah. Ellie got me this.
Yeah, yeah. I saw the walking pad as well. We were talking about that.
Yeah,
Walking pad. The walking pad is absolutely elite, especially in the winter time. However, as we were discussing before, making sure that if you do have a walking pad and if you did get one for Christmas, that you still are getting outside for your steps. Realistically, the
hmm
majority of my steps are on the walking pad. It's actually right behind me, just because it's easier and it's time efficient. But like first thing in the morning, I'll still make sure to get a little 20-minute walk outside, and then when it gets light outside, so like before I go train, I go for that little 10-minute walk
yeah,
there as well. But it is good, isn't it, mate? It is good.
yeah. It's just good just to be able to just because I can't like I just hate getting up and not showering. Like I need a shower first thing. Like, that's what I want to do. I
Mhm.
just want to get up and get a shower. And then I'm just like, I can just stay in the house. It's nice and warm in here, just
Yeah.
stay inside the comfort zone. But yeah, what else? I get like got like protein. I got a lot of protein, obviously, like to last me like a year.
Oh, did
Uh,
you see I got the Advent calendar? Pit stuff
you got
Advent
that?
calendar? Yeah,
You got the pit stop advent calendar for Christmas.
yeah. It's actually got like a lot of good stuff in it, mate. Like
Yeah,
obviously you've got like a couple like protein bars, etc. But see apart from that, mate, like, you actually got a lot of stuff.
yeah,
What I had this morning, I'm not sure. Have you ever had like a tub of Rise and Shine?
yeah, yeah. I had a total rising
Yeah,
shine.
so you get a tub of Rise and Shine. I had that this morning, mate. See when you don't have Rise and Shine for like a while, and like that,
Ah,
the nootropics like that, I feel so
yeah,
like locked in this morning, mate.
yeah,
It always happens. Like every time that I get a tub and I take like a couple months, I don't get a tub, and I have it for the first time. Like you can genuinely feel the effect straight away. Like it's actually
yeah.
pretty nuts.
I've not had
Um,
it since it first came out.
yeah, I actually really rate it. I think I will probably
Yeah.
start getting it in like my monthly orders because that is really good. But yeah, I got oh, you can see the little pad there. So this is and it literally attaches to my chair, mate, and it's a massage slash heat pad.
Fuck off, man.
So when I get in the morning, mate, it's just when I'm doing my check-in, I just try not to fall asleep, mate, with this massage pad.
Staying inside that comfort zone.
Exactly, mate. It's actually really good deeper. What else did I get? I ordered my DJI Osmo last night as well. Obviously, I
Oh,
messaged you
mate.
about that. But yeah, ordered a DJI Osmo obviously to document all season, which I'm actually very, very excited for because I see Josh and everyone using it. Like, it's mostly just for the ease of it. Like, see if I'm doing like,
So you can just
and it,
hold it. So
yeah. And it's
yeah,
almost like not hold me accountable. Like, see if I'm spending fucking 400 quid on a camera, mate, like I'm gonna use it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like content and documenting off season, because also I've literally not like picked up on YouTube since the off season begins. Because also I've got loads of videos backed up from the Worlds, which I still got more to upload. But once they're all uploaded, I'll get straight back to YouTube. But I actually I really enjoy making YouTube videos. Like I know we discussed this, but like it is just really enjoyable. Like, see, because like obviously like it's like we pretty much just are filming our daily lives. You know what I'm saying? So like to us it isn't exciting, but see when you're just like you're able to use your own process to like educate at the same time. Like it just I think it does make for some good content and people do like it as well. So I'm excited to document an off season, document more training as well, which will be very, very
Yeah.
good. Talking about training, you did just mention before we went on that you're deloading.
Yeah, we're on day three actually, of day three out of three of our scheduled deload. Reason being, I was just kind of feeling a little bit fucked,
Yeah,
and I had been like my desire to train for a while had been not as if it was like not there to the point where like oh for fuck's sake training, but it was just like to be honest, like, I'd
yeah,
finish work at 3 o'clock and I'd be like I just don't really want to train. Like I would still go in and do it and progress and fucking like give it everything. But I was just like, I don't really want to be doing this to be honest.
yeah,
Um, One thing I noticed with myself is my digestion starts to like really fucking slow down when I'm fucked. I get really restless, like when it comes to sleeping. Like even when I'm sitting around, I'm just like pure. It feels like I'm 100 mile an hour. But with sleep especially, like I was taking like upwards of like 15 minutes to fall asleep, and it's normally like five.
yeah.
It's really, really poor. But yeah, just took um a few days off. I've already dropped like a kilo, which was kind of to be expected anyways, because obviously not training, um, and just like sort of holding back is I say holding back on the steps, not doing like 20k steps a day, my usual.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, dropping off a lot of water with that. So yeah, that's really it. But I'm now in a place where I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to go back to training now.
Yeah, I think as well, like obviously with the Christmas period, like having the extra days off work as well will be extremely beneficial for you. To just
Yeah,
actually like have like days where you just are resting. Like that is so, so important. And that's one of the key indicators with myself, but clients as well, is that kind of psychological kind of mindset towards training. Like see when like because realistically, like everyone loves to train, like maybe some more than others, but when you don't actually look forward to training, like that's a massive, massive indicator
yeah.
that you're just building up a little bit too much fatigue, etc. And taking a step back, like some people struggle to take a step back because they think, they're not making as much progress, but realistically, it's going to result in so much more progress, like almost just recharging the batteries. Um,
It's like a
like
slingshot.
yeah,
Put
I was
yourself back.
gonna yeah, I was gonna kind of say it's like a car, like if you're running out of fuel, etc. Like you'd obviously go refill up the car before it,
Yeah.
completely had no fuel left in the car. So yeah, that's a big one. But what else to do? Christmas dinner as well. I didn't see your Christmas dinner story as well. I was shocked to see that.
I don't know.
That's what I love in Christmas. Seeing everyone, there's always one or two. It's just an absolute abomination, mate.
You're not gonna like mine. I don't think mine is just so like unorthodox. Like I'm not getting any greens. I don't like Brussels sprouts like that.
I didn't have any greens either, mate.
So what like the dip that I had,
Yeah, cheese dip.
I put that on top of carrots. So like my cheesy spicy dip is touching the gravy.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest.
It was quite nice. I had a bit of mashed potatoes. To be honest, mate, my appetite wasn't too big. Like I just left it at this.
What's the
The
stuff in
pink
the
stuff.
right? Yeah, the pink stuff.
That's ham
What is it? Why is it like stringy?
because it's been like cut up. Like it's so soft that when you cut the knife through it, it just falls to pieces.
Ah,
Like mate, I
okay.
swear to God, like that is the nicest tasting meat like actual ever. It's so nice.
Yeah. I don't have turkey on Christmas. Is that
You know,
strange?
I've never had turkey. I just think it
Yeah.
would. Oh, I've heard it's just dead rubbery, but I mean, I guess that's why you
It's just
have gravy.
shite chicken. It's just like gyro chicken, isn't it? Like,
Gyro chicken. And it costs like 150 quid for Marks and Spencer's.
yeah. I have a steak pie, chicken, gammon as my mates.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love it. But yeah, you just can't beat Christmas, can you, mate? It's just a beautiful time.
Yeah. I got
Also,
that
we did
carrot cake as well.
I had ice cream cake. Did you see that?
Yeah, I meant to post the carrot cake on my Insta, but I put my close friends. Boys and girls, if you're not watching on Spotify, get on Spotify.
That looks lovely. I don't actually like carrot cake personally, but that looks
I
lovely.
don't like carrot cake, man. It's very Marmite. I think it's really nice though.
Mm. But
Mm.
yeah, also the custards Secret Santa as well.
Oh, the custard secrets.
That was good. I've actually got my obviously Lewis got me for Secret Santa as well, which I thought was pretty cool.
Hmm.
Lewis got me actually. I'll get it over. I'll get it over.
Yeah,
Here.
get over.
it's pretty wholesome, mate. It's pretty wholesome.
Yeah,
Eh,
we all done series. Everyone got a series present apart from me. Yeah, that's so cool, man.
it's so cool. It's on my window still, mate. I'm
Yeah.
upgrading I'm upgrading the setup over here. Like right here, I've got all my medals and stuff. I wish it was behind me, but there's literally no place to put it. But I've got some posters coming as well, so I'm upgrading the setup.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, so we all done series presents. Brandon got Leo some supplements he gave him, like was it a ghost can from America that's got all the band shit in
Yeah,
it?
I've got his I'll actually not open it yet, so I'll open it on here. So I need to give it to Leo, but this is the I thought it came my canvas, but I need to get a canvas for it. But I've actually not opened this, but this is what I got Leo Hamilton for Secret Santa. This is the reveal for people. But yeah, I just got a load of supplements, a little ghost can from America. So I know he likes these supplements, but this is what I got.
He also likes
No,
John Cena.
yeah, if you couldn't tell by the present, not sure. Yeah, it's got a
Oh,
little
yeah,
quote and
that's
a
so
little
cool.
signature. I'll need to
That's
get a
so cool.
canvas for it. Yeah, I got in my little John Cena signed poster. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, everyone got each other series stuff. I said apart from me.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think you can show that in the pod, mate.
yeah, I'm not going to show it in the pod. It's upstairs anyways. So we've got it when it fit on the screen. Um, Noah, no, Leo got Noah, like some Tun 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 Sahur stuff.
That was funny
And
to you.
they also got him water, HR Labs as
Yeah, yeah.
well. Noah got Josh. Was it some anime Funko Pop and some Pokemon cards?
Oh, from Demon Slayer, what's his name? What's
Demon
his
Slayer.
name? I can't remember his name, but the fire guy from Demon Slayer.
The fact
Um,
is from Demon Slayer.
yeah, that's the only anime I've actually watched all the way through. And I do rate it. I know anime is very popular, isn't it? But I
I
just
think it's
like
shite.
I rated you for, but I started Attack on Titan, another anime. Well, you obviously won't know
Mhm.
it, but I started that. I got like 30 episodes in, but it's so long, mate. Like it's you know what I'm saying. Like what I do like about it is it's like 20-minute episodes, which is like perfect for like a pre-bed watch.
Or
You know
like
what
a
I'm saying?
Miro. Or like,
Hmm.
yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, I just think it's too long, mate. Too long for me. I feel like see if you're like invested in it, you can get invested in it, it's fucking banging because there's obviously so much content. But for me, it's just a
Mhm.
little bit too long. But I did enjoy Demon Slayer deeper, so I think I'll need to get back on the Attack on Titan. But the thing is with me, mate, see when I'm watching something like I'll only like to watch that if that makes sense. Like so, see if I
Mm.
stop watching it, like I just
No
forget
chopping
about
and
it.
changing. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll
I'm
start something
excited.
else.
I'm excited for the Stranger Things episodes. I believe they're out today.
Never
You've not
watched it,
watched
mate.
that?
Never
Yeah,
watched it.
no, it's really,
Never
really
watched
good.
it.
I was watching it. Me and Ellie were watching the last episode the other day, and I'm literally sitting on the edge of the couch. I'm like, fuck, this is so good. This
Mate,
is actually so good.
I can't remember the last time I watched a series where I was like so like like really like excited to watch it. I generally I don't
Mate,
think I've had that in ages. Like
the top three, and it's not even fucking close. I don't even watch any other series. I don't even want to hear anything about anyone else's pish. 'Cause I'm not going to watch it. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Stranger Things. It's just
for
there's no.
actually the last one I watched was Snowfall. I watched that a couple months ago. That's
See,
so good, mate.
I've never even heard of that.
It's so good,
Never
mate.
even heard of
My top three would be it's pretty basic, but it would be Breaking Bad, Prison Break, and then Snowfall.
it.
Top three, absolutely. I'm not actually. I think I watched Better Call Saul like last month or something. Like, I watched like the first episode. I was not watching it since, to be honest.
Yeah. I
So
watched Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul with my mum, so that was really
yeah,
nice as well.
yeah.
Right now, actually, I've got you slide me for this. It's the chocolate orange.
I don't like chocolate
Chocolate.
orange, but like just your way flavor choices are just diabolical, mate. Like actually
They
diabolical.
just aren't though.
Like
Like the chocolate orange is so nice.
the ones that you choose, what fucking carrot cake, that lime pish, the banana something.
I think
What,
a
what
banana.
what's the yellow one? What's the yellow
Lemon
one?
cheesecake.
Lemon cheesecake, and
That's
then
so
like
good. It's literally like a lemon Greek yogurt.
see those four or five. I generally would not even look at them. I wouldn't even consider them, mate.
Mate,
Like
my top three is carrot cake, red velvet cake, and the other cake, lemon cheesecake.
that is the worst top three I've ever heard in my life. The correct top three would be.
You say
Oh, that's
popcorn. You say popcorn.
yes. Have you tried it? Have you tried it?
No, it
No,
stinks though.
exactly, exactly. It smells so good. Sweet and sour popcorn. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. Sweet and sour popcorn, cereal milk, and then either sticky toffee pudding or vanilla for perform.
Ah, I do like cereal milk.
It's good, mate. It's good. It's like
Yeah.
see when you have it on your cream rice as well. It's like a. It's almost tastes like a cake frosting. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Very good.
it is.
Very good.
It's very like very sort of sweet, sugary sort of tasting.
Yeah, I rate it. But not even training today as well after Christmas Day. Not putting that extra food to use.
Extra food, mate. It was a fucking restrict day for me.
Yeah,
My
fair enough.
family asked me, they were like, "Do you think you've ate more today or than what you usually do?" I'm like, "No." Like,
Yes. See
I,
when you are like later in off season like that, like when you eat off plan, like most time you're actually eating less.
yeah, like, and I'm fine with that right now for where I'm at. Realistically, I've just been running rest day food. I say running rest day food. I ran rest day food on Christmas Eve. Even though it was like a training day, but obviously I wasn't training. It means I get to have my chili. So nice. So nice. Um, but yesterday I literally had 100 grams of sourdough, 20 grams of dark chocolate, 50 grams away twice, and then Christmas
Yeah.
dinner.
Yeah, I literally did say I literally had way seven in the morning with some fruit, then I had beef veg, and then I had my Christmas dinner, and then before I went to bed I literally just had Wayne Raspberries, man. So
Oh, no carbs,
um
man.
yeah, I pretty much did I have carbs? No, I think I had a bit of sourdough with my Wayne Raspberries as well before I went to bed
Yeah.
as well. So but that was it. But what was I gonna say? Bucket went out of my head. What were we just talking about? The
Whey flavors and stuff like that.
wave flavors. No, we're talking about off pans and then oh, I
Eating
can't remember, mate.
less towards the end of a gaining phase and an off plan.
Oh, sorry, yes. When it comes to like my actual meal plan, we were discussing this, I think, with the boys, but like my meal plan, like, I'm just so looking forward to just eat my normal meal plan today. Like I genuinely like I I love
Yeah,
my
me
meal
too.
plan if that makes sense. Like, I generally like wouldn't want to eat anything else. Like see when I have that kind of like Christmas Day yesterday when I'm eating off plan, like today I'm just so excited to get back in my usual routine, back to training. Like see when I have that one day of just like kind of a reset day, refresh, like I'm just so ready to get back to it. And that one day for me generally sets me up for like months ahead, to be honest. Like yesterday as well, like just like little things like with not having work to kind of think about that. Obviously no check-ins yesterday. Like that just like complete reset day just set me up so good going forward. But I think when it comes to a meal plan, like having that to look forward to is so key, mate. Especially when I'm pretty sure you touched on this in your story as well. Like see when your food's high, like
Yeah,
putting that effort goes such a long way.
yeah.
And that's something that happened in my off season. Like last off season as well, like my appetite was super low for the majority of it. And like when I had I got my meal plan in a really good spot where I generally look forward to all my meals, like it makes getting the food down so much easier.
Yeah,
Um
100%.
because your appetite literally like will not skyrocket, but it'll be much higher. Like that when you actually want to eat those meals, like see if you're just eating plain chicken and rice. Like, I'm not saying like for some people that might be sustainable, for the majority of people when they're not enjoying their meals, they don't taste good, etc. Your appetite just going to be the bin, and then that is only going to have a negative effect on things like your digestion, which we once again know how important that is to maintain good digestion. Like it's literally
Yeah.
everything, mate.
Literally
So
so spot on. I'll confidently say I'll probably spend more time in the kitchen than a lot of people would, but at
mm,
the same time, I think I uphold my appetite now a lot better than what I previously did. When I was literally on the same food, you know how bad it was. It would literally take me like over an hour to eat
yeah,
my post-workout meal, and now I'm literally like 20 minutes, bang, and then I'm like I walk and I'm like right, I'm ready to go again.
yeah.
So that is literally like that's the message to take away. I think just literally spending time making your meals enjoyable. You know, spice things up a little bit. Like I've got like a chili. Like I don't see people having like chili. Like
I was
that's
about to
not
say that, mate. Like you don't see that often, you
that's
know.
chili. Like and it's literally it's so simple to make as well. You just fry up the mince, um, get a bit of tomato puree in there, some crushed chilies, and then just like put some rice in it. Mate, it's genuinely it's so good. Like
Yeah, like
actually so good.
people don't realize what you can do with like. mostly, if not all, like single ingredient stuff. Like you can actually
Yeah.
make some really good tasting meals. And once again, there's literally like, there's nothing out with a meal plan that I would rather have than my meal plan genuinely. So I think that goes a long way. But for myself as well, like post show, mate, like I have such a long runway with food. Like
Yeah.
it's going to make this, obviously I've got my kind of roadmap in place now as well. We kind of got that in place last week. So realistically, I literally only have like two big push-ups before I compete next, which I think this is something we can touch on as well, is like the importance of setting timelines. Like there's many reasons why it's literally a must, mate. Like it is literally a must, especially, when you're coming at a diet and that goal's almost taken away from you, like immediately, if not before your diet's wrapped up, setting yourself new goals so you create that excitement, you create that urgency, which once again, if if that's something you struggle with when it comes to adherence, that is extremely good. It's going to help you a lot. It's going to help you a lot to stay on track and improve that accountability factor. But for myself, like when I have a 2 year long off season ahead, like that can it sounds very far away, but if you break it down into the sections, I only have two big push-ups, and especially as a natural athlete, you literally need to make every single week, every single session count. As extreme as that may sound, like it literally is. Like every meal, every day, every session, every week, it literally has it has a purpose, and
Yeah.
you need to make every single one of those count, and just creating that urgency. Like, see when I wake up in the morning, like when my alarm goes off, like I'm genuinely like I have excitement. Like I'm so excited to just get after it, get started my day, get my first meal in, etc. Get just do my usual routine, get to training. Like when you go in, progress in the logbook. Like every single set has a purpose, and really just having that intent behind your sets, will go a long way. To be honest.
Yeah, no, 100%. The timeline is so important. I even think um like if you're maybe working towards like a goal that's unrealistic, obviously with my goal at the start to compete this year, I would that was unrealistic. Realistic. Me and Josh spoke about that. It was unrealistic to assume that I would be good enough to prep this year and be somewhat competitive. Looking back on it like a year's time, like I posted it yesterday in my story. I was like, oh, this is. I couldn't find like any photos of like my back. I don't know how. So I was just like, fuck it, I'll put a photo up of what I looked like last Christmas, and Jesus fuck, it's actually horrific.
Mate, it's
Um,
nuts. It's nuts to look back at me. It's actually nuts to
Actually,
me.
is it so? I was really. I spent a lot of time reflecting yesterday, but I can speak over that in a minute. But yeah, like when if you've got a goal that's maybe unrealistic, get it in the timeline. It's if you can see it, you can touch it. You're one step closer to it, I think. And it's just basically, as Brandon says, just get your head down, making sure that you're making the most of every single set, every single meal, every single day. You just break it down into small little action steps, and it becomes so much more manageable. That's ultimately like a project on like such a bigger scale. But yeah, that's what I would think from timeline. To be honest, even when it's unrealistic stuff, just get it in the timeline, work towards it.
Yeah, I think two things to touch on there is, you know, when you don't have a timeline set, like you're literally just winging it.
Yeah,
If you're just winging it, your results are going to be, it's almost not going to be guaranteed. But when you have that timeline in place and you're working towards those mini goals, ticking off those mini goals, like what I like to do with all of my clients, like all my clients have timelines in place. Like it doesn't need to be like, this week or the next few weeks we're going to gain at this exact rate. It's just a rough estimate, but it's more likely to just see the bigger picture almost. And just having that clear goal set in place is so key. So what I like to do for all clients is, we'll almost have like a goal in the future per se. Like especially when people don't have kind of competitive aspirations, it can be sort of harder to set that timeline in place. But having a goal, like we want to realistically for the majority of clients is literally just getting as much if they don't have like an end date, like a photo shoot, stepping on stage, etc. And you kind of have that freedom of the timeline, but I still like to get timeline in place. Like, for example, we're going to milk everything we can out of scaling phase. So we're going to gain for 30 to 50 weeks, kind of just prolong how long we can spend in a scaling phase. But reverse engineering is how I like to do it. So, for example, if you have a show date, how long would you like to prep before that first show? And then that will, get your contest prep lined up, timeline wise, and then from there, you realize maybe your pre-prep phase, etc. You'll plan that out. How long you want between your pre-prep phase and prep. That will plan out your next gaming phase, and then from there, before you know it, your whole timeline is set out for the next year, realistic, or two
yeah.
years. So that's literally how I
Working
would.
back.
Yeah, so if you're like self-coach and you don't have a coach, like that is how I'd work it, is having that kind of goal or the end of your gaining phase, whatever, and then just reverse engineering from there, and that will set your timeline out. But it's so, so key that I would 100% get it written down in a Google sheet, your notes, etc. So it's there, you can see it, and from there, just dissect it into little pieces. So for myself, ahead, I've got at least, once again, it's not like set in stone, like we're going to have this exact week gaining, but at least 32 weeks of gaining. Realistically, it's probably going to be more than that. Because of like how I manage post show etc. I will have a longer runway to push up, but a minimum of 32 weeks in this gaining phase. And realistically, mate, like I'm coming up to 6 weeks fat. No, sorry, 5 weeks out of this 32 weeks. Like that's how fast has that been? And that's just going to continue to happen. So 32 weeks is what's that? 8 months? 8 months?
Ah, you're asking the wrong guy, man. I was shit at maths in school. Other subjects pretty good, but maths, nah.
I think it's 8 months, mate. But yeah, so that's like 8 months in this first gaining phase. Is it 8 months? Let me get my calculator. I'll
Yeah. Well, on a different sort of note, I start prepping a
Yes,
month.
that is nuts, mate. That is very nuts.
Yeah.
And the deal is actually coming at a perfect time, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
because that'll allow you to have like a good, 3, 4 weeks before you start prep to just get to build some momentum before you start prep, which is super,
Yeah.
super important. So,
Super, super fine-tuned training as
yeah,
I have been kind of doing now recently, literally just like obviously not to say that it wasn't standardized before, but it was maybe a wee bit more suited to extra recovery capabilities, should we say.
yeah,
Not to say that it's just going to, my recovery capabilities are just going to be cut in half the minute my carbs get took down by 50 grams a day. But just sort of adding in pauses in the length and like literally what we were speaking about, how there's no direct hypertrophic benefit, but the indirect
yeah.
benefits of it, like ultimately just the increased accuracy within your training, the ability to standardize it, and I've been having so much fucking fun,
Mate,
just like pausing the length.
I'm really big on that recently, and that's something that I've
Yeah,
really just recently can improve in my training is like
yeah,
I say a pause, but like it's not even a second. It's
yeah. It's
literally just
literally like
like
a millisecond. Like pull up one of your training clips now,
yeah.
and we can show.
But this is something I was discussing with Liz as well that we want to kind of do a almost kind of new segment to the podcast, which is going to be like based around training and like kind of
Yeah,
almost like reviewing training clips. I think it's going to be um very beneficial. But I'm on your page right now, but let me go to
yeah,
my page now.
yeah. No, I think that
Um,
is. As you say, that'd be a good idea. Because realistically, like this is not to sound like an absolute cunt, but I see a lot of people's training online in
yeah.
person. It's fucking dog shit. Like,
So like for example, so even on this, I'm doing like a slight pause in the length, and you can see there, like I'm literally all I'm thinking about is just taking the momentum out. Like it's not even a pause, and it's like you can see here in the
hmm
this, so I'm literally doing it in both ends of the movement. So that there, I'm just taking it momentum, and when I get in the short, I'm just holding it there for like literally a millisecond, and I'm just cueing to actually contract my hamstring, and see just having that intent of spending a little bit more time in both ends of the movement. It genuinely First of all, it makes it so much harder, and the intent you can keep on this movement on the hamstrings is so much greater. And like,
yeah,
I'm not saying the internal feel is everything, but it does matter. It does matter a lot. And when I come
yeah,
off this,
100%.
mate, like my hamstrings are toast after this compared to what they have been in the past, and that in itself is such a key indicator.
Mm.
Obviously, not ripping the piss. You can do a 5 second pause in the short, and I'm sure when you come off, your hamstrings will probably feel very sore. But there's always a fine medium, and that's exactly kind of what I've been finding here. So, another,
Aggressive, Brandon. Then.
I don't know, nah, do you see the prime leg extension, mate, when you're loading it in the length, and you need to be fucking aggressive.
Yeah,
Like this prime leg extension when you are loading in length, and like it's not even comparable to like the side by side. This generally feels like it feels like a compound movement, if that makes sense. Because like,
yeah.
you generally just need to be so
Can you
aggressive. Like,
can you pull up my leg extension set like from
yeah, well,
like a few
but
days ago?
I just want to touch on this as well. Like, even like things like the pendulum squat, like you can see here when I get in that stretch, like there's a slight pause at the bottom. You
hmm
can see here, but like, see, just standardizing that, it genuinely upgrade your training tenfold. What your leg extension set did you say?
Yeah, yeah, it'll be on like no, 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 not this one, not this one.
It's not that one.
Not this one, not this one. I'm wearing like
That one?
yeah, yeah, mate. This is genuinely the best set I think I've ever done. Like from like a composure standpoint, like pausing the length and slight pause. It's like the way I like to describe it is you're almost like sponging the lengthened part of the movement, like the way that
Yeah,
you would like with an elastic band, you would pull it and then you gradually let it back go. So you just sponge into the movement, like that's really the way I like to describe it. But it helps you just stay like so much more fucking accurate, like within your training. And obviously, like that's I feel like it's often seen to be, oh yeah, it's so cool, like, oh, you're training so hard, your training intensity is so cool, but like accuracy is maybe not held in as high regard as that, when in reality it's just as important.
yeah,
Then they're just as important as obviously how hard you train as well. Like you can literally train as
100%.
hard as you want, but if your accuracy is dog shit, you're not really going to get far.
Yeah. You have this very heavily in the length, and don't you? I can see this. Like, I don't really load it. Are they all 25 plates as well?
There'll be 125 kilos, yeah.
Damn, that ratio is pretty fucking brutal. Like, especially
Yeah.
seeing the difference of doing like a 3-1 compared to a 4-1. Like, the difference is fucking nuts, mate. Like, it is nuts.
Yeah. Mine's like
Um,
8-1 or something.
yeah, that's fair enough.
I
But
enjoy that and I get a lot out of it. So.
100%, mate. Like, what do you have this backpad on as well?
The same as you, I have the same settings as you.
I've recently changed it. So do you have it on
Oh, it's like
7?
half a whole showing.
Like, there's a number on it. Do you know the number?
Nah, it's just like
Ah, okay.
it's like you can see like half of like a hole.
Ah,
That's
okay,
literally
okay. Fair enough.
that's literally
But
all you
yeah,
can see.
I think that will be a good segment, like because like once again, mate, like training's absolutely everything. You don't really see it on podcasts, like it's not really based around training. So I think that will be something that we can do like full episodes on. Is like
Mhm.
maybe reviewing like minor losses, like upper sessions, push sessions, pull sessions, and just like having a full episode of like
Yeah, just
true
dissect it.
literally dissecting it. And what we can also do is something that you kind of said as well is reviewing other people's training. Like obviously that's what literally we do every single day for clients. Like we review
Mhm.
people's training, and that's a big part of coaching. I feel like people will get so much out of that is if
Yeah.
they literally want to send their training clips over, and you will genuinely be surprised by how much
Yeah.
um your training can improve. And generally the littlest things, like the littlest cue, like thinking of
Mhm.
like it can change your training
Yeah,
and
it's
how
it's actually mental. Like how
how
much detail
genuine,
goes into like training clips as well. That's one thing I was saying to like Josh, like my client Josh, not Josh Campbell. Like he was like, "Fuck!" Like I didn't realize there's so much detail to come out of like a fucking single arm lateral raise. I'm like, yeah, like, and
mate.
it's no wonder like he's made like a lot of progress in like the past like fucking few weeks even. And it's just obviously been off the back of seeing so much more of his training. And I'm just like, well, that's literally what I've been saying. Like, just continue to do this, and it'll be good. I'll be training with him actually. Um, when we head down to Loughborough,
The physique
I
club,
think, yeah, I don't think he stays too far away from the physique club.
sick, sick. But that'd be good. We've obviously got that in when's that? Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks away.
Yeah, mate, it's the 16th of January.
Fucking hell, mate. It's like 2.5, 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
That'll be the next sort of event, and then we've got the Arnold as well, which I'm very excited for. But
Hmm.
I'm actually going to text Josh as well because obviously, we did throw the idea out there, but something I want to do is I want to do quite a bit of traveling this year. But going to Japan, I think would be pretty cool. Obviously, using the kind of excuse of Noah competing and kind of seeing him competing will be good as well. But I
Yeah.
think we can just make a holiday of that. Obviously, I'm not sure about yourself because I think you'll be prepping then.
Yeah.
But I do think that'd be pretty cool. And obviously, how expensive, what
I'll
you just
I'll just
found
do
out.
the show as well. Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly, mate. But what you've just recently found out as well is obviously how expensive prep is. It's
Yeah,
not
mate.
it's not cheap. Like if people have aspirations to prep, like something that's really important as well is just being like financially stable.
Yeah,
Like
get your money in check before you even think about it.
yeah, like
That's Start working. I would honestly like if you want to prep in like a year's time, fucking just start working full time if you're not already. Like,
100%. Like see people who like they don't jump on board coaching because they can't afford it, but they have aspirations to prep next year. Like that is
hmm
just not going to work at all. It's not going to work at all. Like you really need to be financially stable. Like it does cost a lot to prep. It's not cheap.
hmm
And I'm happy I've got a little 2 year gap to start saving for my next prep. To be honest, because it's not cheap. But fuck, but what were we just talking about? Training clips. Oh yeah, sorry, training clips. Yeah, that is the clients that make the most progress. You see the client transformations that I post a lot. Like the ones who make those transformations are the ones who send training clips every single week from the get-go and see those initial weeks, the amount of change that you see within the training, within the process, it's literally just a matter of time before that shows in physique. Like training is
Yeah.
literally everything. And see, even now, like my client Ross, for example, Ross, he obviously trains at GPs. Like the amount of progress
Yeah.
he's made, mate, like it's stupid, but that's because of how much his training has changed. Like for like
Yeah. I remember that
it,
when he first joined JP's and then you started coaching him and I'm like fucking hell man, his training's literally improving like
mate,
tenfold.
his training's
So fucking good.
so good, so good. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you spot on him some of his like hat squat sets and stuff. Like his hat squat
Yeah.
sets are really
Yeah,
good, but
like a few times where we would be in at the same time, like training early on like a Friday or something, like he was spotting me on the leg press, I was spotting one hack, whatever.
yeah.
His sets are fucking good.
Maybe like it genuinely it makes my job so enjoyable. See when you have someone like that who's so like his passion for training has only
Yeah.
developed with him improving his training. Like see when I'm reviewing his training, mate, like I'm genuinely I'm getting fucking
You're
excited,
just
mate.
sitting
I'm
there
like
on the edge of your seat like that. That's
literally,
fucking
mate,
good.
literally, mate, like I'm genuinely excited to like review his training. But see even now at how high his quality of his training is.
Hmm.
Now, now it's honestly just a case of making sure that it's standardized, and that's still why he sends a lot of training clips over. He doesn't send every single set for every single session. We've obviously dialed it down because there's not a need to see that, but I
Yeah,
still
you don't
see it.
need to.
I still see all of his big lifts now, even 30, 40 weeks into the process, he's still sending train clips every single week. And I
Yeah.
hold him to that standard because there's been a week or two where he's not sent train clips over. And I'm just like, mate, like, don't slack off in that. Like, I want to see at least all your big lifts. It's that simple. And I hold my clients to that standard. I think that's super, super key because it's very easy to get into a bad habit of when you get your training to a very high standard is to not film it. And when you do that, your standardization drops off, the quality of your sets drop off, even when you know how to train to a very high standard. When you start to, obviously he's logbooking his workouts, when he starts to progress load, progress reps, it can the littlest things, you start to use a little bit more momentum and then that bleeds into yes, you're getting a plus one in the logbook, but realistically, the amount of stimulus you're getting is actually less. So even when, the clients do trade their very high standard, I still get them to send over the clips to make sure that the standardization stays and the quality of their training stays, which I think is super important. And a lot of people think that, they train to a very high standard and getting a coach isn't going to be beneficial. But even if you are trained to a very high standard, there will be so much things to improve. And,
Yeah.
even me and Lewis, like, I'm not saying that we have it figured out, we know absolutely everything, but there's still little things that we're refining, even though our training is very good. Like it is, you see our training clips, we train to a very high standard, we train very intense, etc. We know how to take it all the way there, but it's having that, how do I word it? It's having that almost like not
Less
not
like not having an ego.
yeah, less of an ego and always wanting and striving to improve. And once again, that's the
Hmm.
clients who make the most progress is the ones who first of all ask questions. They want to almost milk every little thing they can at their training. And once again, it only makes your training more enjoyable when because see when they do that as well, like when they watch back their clips, like that's what I get to do as well. Like, I get them to watch back their clips as well, and as the weeks go on, they start to see the things that they can improve
Yeah.
on, and they start to see like, oh, I understand where he's coming from now, and
Yeah.
once again, the littlest cue can completely change
Yeah.
a movement.
But that I think that little reflective bit, like getting the client to reflect over, whether it be training clips, get them to reflect over their own week. That's a good thing. I like to run that. That's like my last check-in question for a lot of people. It's just like what do you think can improve this week? And obviously, most 9 times out of 10, we're going to arrive at the same thing. Realistically,
Yeah,
so like, I think you could do this better, and they'll probably arrive at the same thing. So it's just like a right, let's get it sorted then, type of thing. But I think you said so many good things, and there with regards to training, but obviously having the awareness in the first place that your training can actually improve.
yeah,
Like you'll see it a lot of the time. Um, both in person and online, like literally a lot of people's training is just like it's not to shit on people, but it's just dog shit.
yeah,
And I think it comes from, just like the lack of awareness that your training can even improve in the first place. And that's where I was before I started with Josh. Like I was in training in school and I'm like, fuck, I used to think that I'd hit my natural limit and all that, man. When I was like fucking 16. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm fucking like my training's like so good and all that. Like realised that I'd never taken a set to failure. Like I didn't even know what bracing was and shit. I would just be like
yeah,
getting
yeah.
to the top of like you'd get to like the top of a hack squat and you just start going like that's one thing
Yeah,
I see that fucks me up the wrong way. Like see before a set and people go, what are you doing?
yeah.
You're gonna give yourself a headache.
Mate, I was the exact
Like,
same. See, when I started with Josh, I was like eight. I remember it. He put two sets of hat squat in, like my leg day, and I was like, mate, I don't think I've genuinely like because I thought that I was taking my sets all the way there. Like, I was like, mate, I don't have two sets in me. But when I look back, it was literally because like I would get so nauseous and literally feel sick because the lack of like air I was putting in. So like, when I would get to top rep, I was like, like my breathing
yeah,
was completely out of control. And what that does is like you're getting like the lack of proper breathing and bracing makes you feel sick and makes you feel nauseous.
mhm,
When you have that composure nailed, the breathing's nailed, it's consistent. Like you obviously come off the set still feeling fucked, but you don't feel that like dizzy feeling.
yeah,
Like
yeah. I've never been sick training, I don't
yeah,
think. Yeah.
that's where that dizzy sensation comes from
Mhm.
is when your breathing's all over the place. And once again, there's like you genuinely like people watching like you'd if you don't first of all film your sets, film your sessions, like you generally do not know what you can improve on first of all.
Yeah.
Like but I've had many people come to me who have been like, oh my training's nailed, like I only need help with my diet. And I'm like, send me a session, send me a session, you know what I'm saying? Like off like the people who say that are generally the ones who training is just absolutely diabolical.
I've had that as well. I just thought
But
to one person that
the th
specifically.
the thing is, mate, it's because they think they're training hard because, their last reps move extremely slow, but their last reps move extremely slow because of the lack of skill that they have. You
Yeah,
know,
to
it's
actually
it's
take it there.
yeah, it's the lack of bracing, it's the lack of bracing, it's the lack of composure that, it's not actually your muscle going to failure is why the reps are slowing down. It's literally
Mhm.
because you stop giving 100% because your composure's just all over the place. And there's so much little skills that you can just constantly refine and improve. And once again, with your training, there's literally always, like, your training is never going to be perfect. There's always going to be things that you can improve.
Yeah.
And when you have weak body parts as well, really refining how you train that body part is literally going to be the biggest factor towards that body part improving.
Yeah, 100%. Like I think, like we spoke earlier on about, like obviously you can look at it on paper, you can talk about whatever study you want with regards
Yeah,
to internal fuel, mind to muscle connection being irrelevant from a hypertrophy standpoint. But you look at a lot of people, like for myself, my chest is absolutely dog shit. I've never had a good connection with my chest. Like I've never got that. Like, and you look at it for other people, you speak to people who have been in this game for years, and they say the same shit. Like.
100%, mate. 100%.
Like you'll have it as well with like weaker muscle groups where you're just being like, I've
Yeah,
never really had a good connection. Like it's just like the same with me. I've never really had like a good connection with like arms and stuff like that. Never
yeah,
really had a good connection with my chest, and it's
yeah.
just and it goes to show, and it often does in people's physiques. I do find that, and then it kind of just it does beg to it obviously asks the question, um, with regards to obviously you can look at like studies and stuff like that, but the actual practical application of things and just the whole trial and error is 9 times out of 10 going to be so much more superior than, oh, this bit of paper says this. Obviously, you need to
Yeah.
obviously take that into consideration, but obviously the individualism aspect I think is just trumps near enough, any general rule of thumb realistically.
Yeah. There's a reason why, the quote unquote meatheads will the majority of the time have more muscle than the person who is, so science based. Like you see that like often on like
Yeah.
the people who are at each end of the spectrum are only losing out in progress. When you're in the middle, like for I think John Jewett actually made a post on this, but John Jewett is very science based, but at the same time, like all he cares about is results. So see anything that drives results, that's what he'll focus on. He won't,
Yeah.
fixate on the new study, etc. He'll take it into consideration, but he'll put it into application and see what actually works for him.
Mhm.
And if you're also on social media with the bodybuilding space, like anything works. Everything works.
And
Everything
literally whatever way you want to train, like
literally
realistically works.
absolutely everything works, and as long as you have the basics nailed, you're going to make as much progress. But the little intricacies when it comes to how you train, the quality of your training, it still does go a long way. But I feel like you just learn so much by doing the work, mate. Like I think
Yeah.
a lot of people lose sight of that almost with obviously,
Mhm.
how to have the best split, etc. But simply just going in and learning how to connect with your back if your back shit, like that
Yeah.
will
And that's a
go
big one as well, obviously with back. Like that I feel like that's the hardest muscle group to train to like an
because
accurate
you
standpoint.
can't see it. Like it's the only muscle group that you can't like see it because it's obviously like, behind you.
Yeah, no, like what you were saying there as well, like with the whole like sort of science-based things. I don't even think like science-based stuff. I don't even really like that term. I don't think like I don't know what I'd like the term to be because it's more like um overly obsessed with like the small the the walkers before they can crawl type of people. Like
Yeah,
you'll
yeah,
see it there was a few in JPs and stuff like that. Like you'll see it
yeah,
with
yeah.
people and you're
Well,
just like, mate, can you not just like I think we should we've evolved too far as a species. I think we should maybe
mm,
like take a step back and go,
take a step
he's
back, yeah.
bigger than me. I'm gonna copy him. Like
Literally.
not obviously like as black and white as that, but like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think you should kind of tone it down a notch and maybe like because that's like that's kind of to a certain degree like what we've kind of done realistically. Well, obviously we've seen Josh, we both of us coached by Josh, and we've seen him doing what he does and goes right. Okay, we're going to do what he does, and we've
Yeah.
obviously kind of obviously in a short way transformed our lives with it realistically.
See at the end of the day, mate, like results speak. What is like success leaves clues, sorry. Like success leaves clues.
Yeah,
If someone's making progress, like there's a reason why they're making progress, and it's probably a big part of it is down to how they train. Like see when I before I got coached by Josh, I was always following Josh on Instagram, and I was following many other people on Instagram, and the people who I would see making results, who when they posted training clips, like I would literally try and replicate their training. How they
yeah,
breathe, how they how they get up for sets, etc. Like, I would try and replicate that, and over time, once again, I would learn how to do it by also seeing
Mhm.
them, but I would learn by going in and doing it myself.
Yeah,
And I think that's super key. So what I do often as well is like I listen to a lot of podcasts from people who have been successful in the sport and successful coaches, etc. But
hmm
I don't, you know, take everything I take everything with a pinch of salt. I don't treat it as a
yeah,
Bible. Like
yeah,
there's all this information out here. You shouldn't just listen to what someone says and be like, oh, okay, that's how to do it. It's like you take it with a pinch of salt, you think about it, you put it in your brain, and you think about it, you can apply it, but you don't just you need to do it. Like
yeah. You need
before you
to
kind of
apply that.
come to your own conclusion. Pretty much
Yeah,
is how I would word that. But yeah, I do like talking a lot about training that, and that's definitely something I'm going to do on my Instagram a lot more as well and YouTube as well. Is like also with prep, like you kind of not that you get away from training, but it's obviously not as realistic. It's not as much as a focus to a certain extent when it comes to your off season.
yeah, yeah, 100%.
I I don't think that's the right way to word it, but you don't
Yeah,
have
I
like
know I do know what you're saying though.
yeah, you get me. Like you don't have that sort of like excitement that you have for training to a certain extent. So
Yeah, I
that's
know what you're
something
saying.
that I feel like on the podcast will be extremely beneficial is going through having like dedicated training episodes. So dedicated training episodes, usual just chit chat kind of
Yeah.
subjects, and then obviously guest episodes, which will be good as well. But really, listen to
Mhm.
me, like once again, this has been a really enjoyable chat, enjoyable episode. Like we didn't have anything planned, and realistically, mate, like
Just went on a tangent about training.
yeah, like
Yeah.
we can do that a lot to be fair. But
hmm
is there anything else, any other topics you want to talk about?
Just like kind of on the topic of training stuff as well, like just having that like awareness with the whole success leaves closed down. This is something I said to Leo the other day. Um, like obviously you see people, social media in person and stuff like that, that maybe don't make as much progress, and you maybe take a look at their training, and you maybe go, well, maybe this is why you're not making as much progress. And I just like I wonder, like this is just like a genuine thing. Like I wonder what they think when they look at people that maybe do get the most out of like their training and they make a lot of progress and stuff. I wonder like that I think genuinely like on the big scale of things, it's that lack of awareness that
Yeah.
obviously it just comes into that lack of awareness that this can be improved and that can be improved, and I think that's what separates people that do make a lot of progress. And this is even like from a like competitive athlete and non-competitive athlete sort of standpoint. Like the boy I can think about like a really good non-competitive athlete, the boy JP's Mark,
Yeah.
the one with the big fucking massive arms
Yeah,
makes a shit
massive
ton of
arms.
progress. Yeah, literally his fucking forearms are so big. Like makes a fuck ton of progress. Not a competitive athlete, and it's because like he's literally dialed in with everything. But yeah, literally just having the awareness that things can improve, and literally like you say, like the way that we are, like constantly being like trying to refine these 1%, but again, not trying to run before you can crawl. Make sure your 10% are in check before you start worrying about what's the most optimal fucking supplement to take at 10 minutes before my bedtime and stuff like that.
100%. And something I was actually going to touch on as well when we're talking about Ross's progress, like even from the very start, like seeing getting your external variables nailed, so stuff
Yeah,
outside the gym, i.e., your routine, your nutrition, your sleep, that is genuinely like for the most people, that's the easy part. Like, and that's what people struggle with. The hard part is improving your training, taking your training to that next level. Because first of all, it involves you actually wanting to do that. It involves you taking action with reviewing your training every single session, and not only sending clips to your coach, but actually taking on that feedback. Like there's a massive difference. Like you'll see clients who actually want to progress. They ask questions, they take on the feedback every single week. Every single week that I see the clip, I can literally see an improvement, and
yeah,
that goes such a long way. And getting a coach does not guarantee progress. I feel like that people have that kind of misconception. Like you still need to put in the work, you still need to put in the effort.
yeah,
Like getting a coach provides you with absolutely everything you would could possibly need to progress. But at the end of the day, the coach isn't eating the meals, the coach isn't training for you. You still
yeah.
need to put in the work. So I think that's a good way to round off the episode because I need to go and make my pre-workout meal and head to the gym. But and a very enjoyable episode as always, Mr. Lewis Agnew.
Yeah, it's
And
fluent, mate. It's absolutely fluent.
mate, how I don't that's been almost an hour, mate. Like that's pretty
Yeah.
nuts. But yeah, I'm in for upper today. Boxing Day, putting the Christmas Day food to use, and hopefully some very full post-workout shots, which I'm very looking forward to
Yeah.
seeing. But obviously, you discussed where you're at right now. You're a week out from prep, currently deloading. I
A week?
am
Not that, not that long. Not that short.
no,
A
a week
month.
out, a month. Sorry, a
Yeah.
month out from prep, currently deloading. I am no, today's Friday, so I am 4 weeks and 6 days post show. So tomorrow I'll be 5 weeks post show. And I'm pretty sure I'm up like 2 kilos in 5 weeks, which is pretty fucking tidy, mate. So very good post show.
Yeah.
And I've
Handled like
also
a, sorry?
handled like a pro. Did you say?
Handled like a mature adult.
Yeah, it's been very enjoyable. I've been loving post show.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when I'm at. Training's going extremely well. Obviously, most of the people who watch this will kind of see us documenting our Instagram, but I feel like it's like good to kind of get an update where we're chatting away.
Yeah.
So training's going extremely well. Like I'm kind of just now starting to like everything's kind of standardized, everything's locked in, and it's really just a case of kind of starting to allow the progressions to come. There's a fine balance that you almost need to force yourself to progress in a certain way. Like progressing isn't going to be handed to you, but you also need to, especially when I'm 5 weeks post, I need to be patient
Yeah.
um, with that. So that's where I'm at. Things are going really well, training's going really well, and I'm very, very excited to start documenting the off season with the DJI Osmo, which I'm very, very excited to take on. I feel like a little kid, it's a little Christmas toy, you know what I'm saying, with the
Mate, I
DJI Osmo.
wanted to get, I'll keep it short and sweet. I wanted to get a DJI, but I need to get a new fucking windscreen for the car, mate. So,
Ah, yeah. And how much is that going to set you back? Like,
yeah, 400, 500 quid.
that's literally what a DJI Osmo is. So,
Yeah, mate.
um, yeah. So, investment into YouTube. Thank you for watching for episode 8. We are filming Beyond the Process in a couple of days' time as well. So that'll be out in the coming days, a few days after this one. But hope you all had an absolute amazing Christmas. Happy New Year when it comes as well. I think next episode we can talk about our possible goals for 2026. That could be
Yeah,
next
we could
episode.
reflect over the year as well, both from
That'll
a
be good.
bodybuilding standpoint and not, because a lot has changed. I was literally
A
saying this
lot
to
has
you
changed, yeah.
yesterday, a lot has changed in my life.
Me too, mate. Me too. So
Yeah,
that'll be
Andrew,
next.
Andrew as well.
Yeah, that'll be next episode. Good
Mhm.
motherfucking bye. Have a good rest of your day. If you're training, have a good session and talk to you soon.